Casey, you're silent. We are live.
Oh, I was waiting for the advert. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Welcome to the midweek debate. So,
Yeah. Where are my sound
yes.
effects? Where are my sound
I know
effects?
every Manchester United fans is happy right now,
Mm-hmm.
because this is what happens when you actually win your match. And not just winning
Yeah,
convincingly.
yeah. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
sure?
yeah.
Are you sure all fans? Are you sure all fans are happy? There are guys
I
who
am
wanted
happy. You
United
are
to
happy.
there. There are
Okay,
guys who
okay.
wanted
So
Amorim
guys,
to
I know where he's
lose.
going to. I know
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying. The anti-Ruben Amorim fans actually wanted us to lose. That's what he's saying.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
always remember, before any manager, you are Manchester United first. Before any player, you are Manchester United first. So with that,
Yeah.
how are you doing, my brother? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Been one of those tough days. I had to draw up a couple of how do I call it? I had to draw up energy. Honestly, I had to draw up energy. It's been, let me just say, it's one of those bad days.
Oh,
Those bad,
oh.
but we thank God. The most important thing is life. Life, health. Yeah, life and
Yeah.
health. That's important. That's more important than. Sometimes things don't usually work out the way we think they will. But anyway, yeah, I'd say I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that is happening, I just want you to hold on strong.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I
Yeah.
always like to see you smile. So yeah, everything's gonna be all right, okay?
Yeah. It's good, with Casey reacts on the live, with the fans joining in. I just hope today we won't have um those crazy comments that usually make me go mad. you know
Okay. So
I just to mention quickly, Casey, during the watch along, I actually exploded during the halftime review,
yeah.
because some comments were like, anyway, let's continue the show. Let's continue.
So yeah, talking of the watch along,
Mhm.
Wolves versus Manchester United.
Big win.
Yeah, big win 4-1. So
Mhm.
what do you think? Was that a statement win or was that just against Wolves?
For honestly, for me, it's a statement win, more or less, in the sense of these players have just gone on to show what they are all about, their character, in terms of they decide when to play. Honestly, these players decide when to play, because you look at during the watch along or during the game, I did say that Mason Mount is the man of the match.
Yeah.
uh, and I usually get some time to watch the replay, as in get to watch the game full 90 again, and I would say Dalo had a good game. Honestly,
Yes.
Dalo had a good game. He played how Ahmad plays on the right, because Amorim's system is all about bombing forward, the wing backs attacking, cutting in. And you see, Dalo missed a chance and he gave an assist, and it's all
Yeah.
about running. So you look at how Mount performed, how Ahmad performed, even Eden Heaven played much better. You remember in before the game we had the big debate, and I said I'm a bit worried about Heaven playing as the center back, but he did show that he can play there. So for me, Casey, I'd say it's a statement win, in the sense of not United being back to their best, but a statement showing that these players can turn up and win. It's just that sometimes they choose not to, because the second half was way better than the first half.
Yeah, that's what I actually thought also, because I said that we needed to win so that we can actually reduce a lot of negativity around the club. You remember, minor this, minor that, Amorim this,
Yeah,
Amorim that.
yeah.
A lot of negativity around the club.
Mm-hmm.
So this win, whether it is Wolves, Grimsby, Ipswich, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
We needed to win for the fans. The fans needed to be happy. The
Mm-hmm.
manager needed to be happy also, and the players
Yeah.
also needed a
Yeah.
confidence booster.
Yeah. True.
So I if we had lost, I don't think many people would have been saying is ordinary Wolves you play. They would have been laughing at Manchester United that you lost to Wolves, but we won. And some of the comments were, is it not Wolves you beat? Is it not Wolves you beat?
That's the funniest part about being a United fan. Guys will come out and say, "Hey, it's only Wolves. We expected United to beat Wolves. If United lost to Wolves, the story wouldn't be, oh, it's only Wolves. The axe will have fallen on United side,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at Kobe Mainu coming on. I said it during the watch along that Kobe Mainu came on as a CDM, and he did play as the CDM. That shows that he's maturing. Amorim is doing something with that lad. He's doing something with that young man. Because Kobe Mainu was always available. He was making himself available. He was in good positions for the tackle. He was winning second balls. He was measured in terms of his positional play. Kobe's strength is more or less attacking, but seeing him playing much deeper and allowing Bruno to do what he did in that game, I'm sure Casey is happy with Bruno.
Yes, I'm actually happy with Bruno, but
Yeah, we are going to talk
to
about it. So
to
for
to
yeah,
portray the point you're making,
mm-hmm.
I think we have to give kudos to Amorim.
Yeah,
We have to give kudos to
yep,
Amorim,
yeah,
because when a
yeah,
manager does something and it actually works,
mm,
he becomes a genius. Una
yeah,
Emery removed the defender for a striker against Arsenal,
mm-hmm.
and because they won the match, all of a sudden they were using him to do example. He's a genius. He's a genius because he's removed the defender for a striker against Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah,
Now Amorim
yeah,
did a defender for a defender, and we
mm-hmm.
actually won. That means if you're using the same metrics to measure Una Emery a genius, that means you have to call Amorim a genius too. Like
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
football has actually evolved. Respect to Sir Alex Ferguson and Wenger and Mourinho,
mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
legends, the greats.
yeah, yeah,
But football has evolved that you need to keep up with the times.
yeah,
I'm telling you now, I was having this argument with somebody today that, because I like to look at something from another angle. Do you
mm-hmm.
think that Alex Ferguson's formation will work in today's football? Let's be frank.
No, no,
It
no.
won't.
That one I can tell you right now, no. And you look at how Ferguson used to set up. He used to set up according to the opponent. Okay, back then the scouting, sorry, I'm seeing TikTok is buffering. That's what I'm sorting out. So anyway, let me just give my point, and then I'll go on to say to sort it out. You look at Ferguson; he didn't have a one suit all kind of tactic. He used to set up based on opponents. You look at back then, the technology for scouting, the way the opponents were scouted was very different. Nowadays, Casey, I'm sure you've seen a lot of teams having tablets, small tablets. They do in-game analysis. They can actually look at
Yeah.
a player and say, this player is actually not having a good game, so let's attack that side. Probably we are talking, it's hypothetically they would have struggled. That is Wenger and Ferguson.
Yeah. Because during his time,
Yeah,
the keeper job is to keep the ball out of the net. But
yeah,
recently, modern football,
mm,
as a goalkeeper, I mean, we literally bought a goalkeeper because he knows how to kick the ball.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you look,
Now a
yeah,
defender must know how to move the ball, dribble. This job was to defend, tackle, nothing
defend.
else.
That's it. Yeah.
But
You
football,
look
that's what
at
I'm saying.
how.
So bringing it back to the point I was making, because
Mhm.
of the Manchester United fans that are always giving Sir Alex Ferguson this, Sir Alex Ferguson that. Sir
Yeah,
Alex Ferguson might not actually function properly the way we know him in this
yeah,
modern football. You
yeah,
understand? So let's
yeah,
take it easy on Ruben Amorim. Let's take it
yeah,
easy on
yeah,
Ruben Amorim.
yeah. Cruises on TikTok is saying the most divided fan base. I think so.
Yeah.
Ferguson evolved over three different eras, remember. Yeah, as I said, Cruises, and as Casey is saying, is hypothetically speaking, looking at the way football is right now, back then, football was not about slick passing, defenders attacking, building from the back, goalkeepers building from the back. Football has, if you look at the time, by 2013, when Ferguson was retiring, and you look at the football right now, football is very, very different. Back then, they didn't have VAR. Right now, there is
Yeah.
VAR. Right now, silly fouls are getting yellow cards. So all those things coupled together, yes, probably Ferguson would have adapted,
Yeah, yes,
and
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. I think
and
that
that's
that
why, yeah,
is that is one that is why, like I said, that is why he's great. I wanted to say that
mm,
before. He would have found a way to adapt
yeah,
to the realities on ground. And shout out to Fred Unified, shout out to Cruisers. I actually sent them invite. Those are Nigerians, Manchester
mm,
United family. We have a family, Manchester United family.
ah,
So shout
yeah,
out to you guys for joining. This is UKG, my
mm-hmm,
brother from Kenya, a core Manchester United fan. So you can give
yeah,
him a follow. You know,
yeah, yeah,
yes, 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 yes. So
mm,
like you said about Bruno, um, Mino coming in actually helped Bruno to push forward a little bit. And if you watch that Wolves game,
yeah,
when he moves forward, even before Mino came in, when he moves forward, Mount comes back.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
watch the game, Mount comes back
yeah,
to actually
yeah,
play.
yeah,
Man
yeah,
drops deep to play.
mm-hmm,
You understand? Now you
yeah,
could see if Bruno is towards if Bruno moves closer to the box, we know what he can do.
mm,
I think that is why a lot of Manchester United fans are of the opinion that Bruno should play 10, because we know once you put one Bruno is closer to the goalpost, he must score or give as assist.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome is saying Mambo UKG. Yeah, niko fiti sana. You know, in Kenya we say niko fiti sana. It's a mix of Swahili,
Awesome.
English.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also saying good evening, Casey. And then Awesome is also continuing to say that's why we are starting a new era, system and setup. When Fergie left, there was no one capable to continue with the culture and traditions he left. And I like what Cruises has said. Two truths can coexist, which is true. Because if you look
Yes.
at Casey, if you look at this game, you look at the Wolves game, you look at the United way of playing. We had a glimpse of how United used to play under Fergie. That is quick transition, counter attack, score. You know,
Yeah.
especially the first half, chances. But you look at nowadays, teams have come up with weird tactics like sitting deep, defending in fives and fours. Then the other thing you look at is back then when Fergie used to be the coach, when Wenger used to be the coach, even Mourinho's time, you find that players did not have a lot of power compared to today. Social media was not a big thing when it started. It was not as big as it is right now. Right now, we have players with inflated egos. A lot of players are actually having poor performances, not because they are not being coached well. It's just because they worry about what the fans are going to say. They want to play as if they are going to get clips on TikTok, clips on YouTube. You look at players, they want to get a good photo. In fact, this report or this rumor that the Premier League is going to ban knee slide celebrations because of knee injuries. You look at some of the weird things that are happening right now. For example, you look at even Wenger's time, Ferguson's time. A player like Garnacho wouldn't have dared spoke the way he spoke
Yes.
or tweeted the way he tweeted. No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. Back then, social media was not as big. Even before social media, we were waiting for the newspapers or 9 o'clock news to learn about the club. But nowadays, Casey, every minute of the hour, you're getting updates about the club. So the pressure is also quite big. So they would have probably adapted. But also, Casey, one thing we have to consider is the generational difference. Like right now,
Yeah.
if we look at our parents, our fathers, our mothers, when you try to explain technology to them, it's strange to them. And you're only
Yeah.
explaining a smartphone, you're only explaining how to tweet, how to post a video or do something, or even how to send a photo on WhatsApp. For them, they are, it's and it will happen to us. Like
Yes,
it will
yes, yes,
happen to
yes,
us. Like right
yes,
now, our juniors, our young brothers, our young sisters, they are using AI way better than us, you know. So with all those things considered, probably they will have adapted, but times change. Times change. Back then,
yes,
football was about long kicks, running with the ball, long kicks, crosses, headers. But right now, it's about patterns, tiki taka here and there. So it's as I like what Kuzis said. Both truths can coexist. They would have adapted, but at the same time, they would have struggled. To be honest, because even the
yeah, yeah,
managers right now are struggling. Even the best
yes, yes,
managers in the
yes,
world right now are struggling. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And I
Mm.
also before I forget, you said something about Heaven's performance. Now,
Yeah.
if you remember at Sporting, is it Inacio? Remember Inacio?
Yeah.
You remember what Renan actually did with Inacio at Sporting? That I think
Yeah.
that was the time Manchester United was linked with was linked with the guy.
Mm.
So this is not actually the first time he's trusting a young boy to take charge of that CCCB. You
Yeah.
understand? So I'm happy
Yeah.
for Heaven. You know, he was the other match. He was, like we said, he was a little bit shaky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and but
Yeah.
this one, he fared better.
Mm-hmm.
He fared
Yeah.
better, and that is what we like Cruises and Awesome. They are all here. That is what we have actually been discussing in our in our
Yeah.
other matches. That's he should give this young players playing time, because you can only improve when you are playing. You can
Yeah.
only improve when you are playing. Just like
When
Mino
you're
came in,
playing.
you said it. Mino played CDM,
Yeah.
and there was a bit of maturity to his game.
Yeah. Yeah. There was. I'm telling you, the moment he came in, I just looked at his movement. You know, most of the time, I keep telling you guys, see, you are among the first people I tell these things, and the fans online who've been with us for quite some time. I keep saying, whenever you're looking at a player's performance, don't look at only their passing. Don't look only at their shooting. Look at also how they are scanning, pre-scanning. Pre-scanning is before the ball comes to them, they are looking around. When I get this ball, where do I play? Or they're pre-scanning in terms of defense, where the players running to, you know? So you look at Kobe when he came on, he did a better job pre-scanning when it comes to defense, so that he knows where to run. And Casemiro does that quite well. You look at the best defensive players in the world, they scan, they see where the danger is, they get into good positions. In terms of attack, now Bruno does very good pre-scanning, because Bruno, before he gets the ball, he knows where he needs to pass that ball. He knows where he wants to play that ball. And what
Yeah,
frustrates me with him, we'll talk about him, is sometimes he overthinks, or he wants to do something flashy instead of taking the easiest option, wait for the next opportunity. So Kobe came on, and one thing I loved about Kobe is he was scanning, he was pre-scanning, he was getting the ball, playing simple passes. Because a CDM, or any midfielder for that matter, the best midfielders in the world, from ages
keep it
back
simple.
then, keep it simple. They always keep it simple. The reason as to why Xavi, Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, Paul Scholes, the reason as to why they became the best of the best is because even Yaya Toure, you remember him, they were always
Yeah,
keeping it simple. Scholes would ping a 30-yard pass because he knows that guy will run to that place and get it. But if you look at Scholes, whenever a place was crowded, he used to take the simple option. He used to take the simplest option. He never used to like risk a pass. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, that game, I'm happy with the win. As I said during the big debate before the game on Monday, I said one thing I love about such performances is we get to separate the wheat from the chaff. We get to
mhm,
see who are the true United fans, who are not. Because we had guys coming on during the watch along saying that Amorim needs to be sacked because United are drawing with Wolves. Wolves will win. They want Wolves to win so that Amorim gets sacked. And then you're like, How? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It does. It's like, Casey, you're buying food for your family, and then you're hoping they don't eat, they sleep hungry, they die. But at the same time, you say, I've bought this food for my family so that they don't die of hunger. Does it make sense?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It
Does it make
doesn't
sense? Yeah,
doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
Mm,
So speaking of Mino coming in and Bruno moving for you know,
yes.
so we'll talk about Bruno. Is Bruno the problem, or is he still the guy carrying us? Because this is actually a very this in fact this conversation is a very, very big and solid conversation. Is
Yeah,
Bruno the problem or the guy carrying us? You remember he was linked with a move away from us,
yeah.
and there was a lot of controversy around it. Should he go?
Mm,
Should he leave? We missed cashing out on 100 million. We can't
mm,
sell him. He's Amorim is always playing him. The UK fans want him benched for Mino.
yeah,
You know, a lot
yeah.
of he's playing deep. He should be played at 10. So what do you think? Is Bruno the problem, or is it the guy carrying us?
Casey, I've said this a couple of times. For me, Bruno is holding this United team back. And I'm sure a
Mm,
lot of guys are going to hate me, including you. You are going to hate
mm,
me for
mm.
saying this. But
But
Bruno,
the numbers are saying something else.
I once again, Casey, you can always use numbers to 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 state your point, to say that it is working. But also, as much as you're using numbers, it's good to use your naked eye. I said during the watch along that Bruno wastes a lot of passes. He's not efficient. He's not efficient enough for someone of his pedigree in terms of experience, in terms of leadership, in terms of being a key player in the team. Trust me, Bruno's numbers are good. But if Bruno was more careful with the ball, if Bruno allowed other players around him to be creative, Bruno would score a lot of goals. And I said it, and it happened. I said during the game, Bruno just needs to lay off a pass to Cunha, lay off a pass to Mount, Mbumo, Ahmad, get himself on top of the box or in the box, and he will score. Literally, barely 30 seconds from me saying that, he did that. He laid off a pass, went forward, got the pass back from Cunha, and scored. So Bruno, for me, he's a good player. Trust me, I love Bruno to bits. He's one of the United greats. But Bruno, for us to go to the next level,
Yeah.
we have to let him go. We have to let him go, honestly. Because this team, it needs to play as a unit. Most of the time, Bruno is trying too many things, and most of the time, like Bruno, you can give him 9 chances to take the best decision out of a pass. You'll give Bruno like 10 chances for a good pass. He will get 1 or 2 key passes, and then we forget the other 8.
Yeah, that is.
We forget how the other 8 he was rubbish, you know. So for me, I'd say he's holding United back. He's performing well at the moment, but to me, I expect Bruno to be more mature in terms of his gameplay, in terms of ball management when it comes to passing and leadership ability. But for me, Bruno is holding United back, honestly.
Okay, so I don't know if I actually agree with you. I don't think I agree with you,
I knew you
because
wouldn't agree with me.
I won't. I no, I don't agree with you. Now, Bruno have
Mhm.
his faults. He he can't lie. Bruno wants to be the main man. He wants. He's. I think he's always looking at how many assists do I have this
Mm,
week
mm,
before he goes on the pitch.
mhm,
But that does not. That is like a drive. That gives him the drive to see. See that pass he gave Dalo.
mhm.
Oh, I wish we can play that pass. See that pass he gave Dalo. That
I know.
the one that
I
Dalo
know.
missed. The one that Dalo
Yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
No player in Manchester United can see Dalo make that run and pass that ball. Tell me if I'm lying.
Yeah. No, you are right. And that's why I'm saying before he gave that pass to Dalot, how many did he waste?
Talk about the ones that he did. Talk about the ones that he did. He's not the one that said Dalot should not score that goal.
No, for me,
Although we are
what
not
I'm
blaming Dalot. Dalot is a defender. Okay.
no,
we
we are not we are not blaming Dalot for missing the chance. I'm saying, and I'm seeing a comment here. TikTok is really active on the comments. We'll read some comments after this, but let me just read this from Cruises. He's saying, look at the game against Wolves. Bruno with a 3 GA, but Mount got man of the match. And it goes back easy to my point.
It
goes
a
back
very good point.
Yeah, it goes back to my point. Like, you can use stats and say he's good. You can use stats and say he's good. For example, there are matches we used to win when Onana was in goal. But we, like the Lyon game, United won 5-4. But because United won doesn't mean Onana is good because he won the game. You see? So my point is, I expected Bruno to mature. And I'll draw an example of Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, when he came to United, we didn't even know whether he's a forward or a winger. He came into United, he could play wing perfectly. He could play forward perfectly. And what happened as he was aging? He dropped to midfield and he was still performing well. Bruno, yes, he has changed his position to CM. But someone of that caliber, someone who can ping a ball, has good vision. He can see a pass. He can be able to measure runs. He can be able to know when to go to the box, when not to go. That's what I expected from Bruno. That maturity in his game. Like, I don't need to be the one giving GAs. No. There are other people who are also able to do that. For example, as Bruno, I know I can find Mbumo. As Bruno, I know I can find Cunha. Can I create opportunities for them? As Bruno, I know I'm playing with Casemiro, who doesn't have legs to run. Can I be able to make myself available? Like Shinji Kagawa was good in terms of making himself available. He was the one running the midfield. So that's my point with Bruno. Trust me, Casey, if you are to go purely on numbers, you will beat me in this discussion. You will beat me in this discussion if we go purely on numbers.
So another let me ask you this. The penalty against Wolves, do you think he should have given it to Cunha?
No. Actually, during the watch along, I said,
guys, you can drop your thoughts on the comment section, YouTube, TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you think he should have given the penalty against Wolves to Cunha?
I think he did, but Cunha refused. But in my opinion, during the game, I said he should give it to Cunha so that he gets confidence. But at the same time, I was like, no. He shouldn't give it to Cunha because we need to maintain that hierarchy. Like, if Bruno is the number one penalty taker, let him take it. If he misses, then we tell him, now you are no longer number one penalty taker.
Because I think in that match, Cunha really wanted to score. Of course, it happens with any player that comes to the former club, you know.
Yeah. But for me, I wouldn't have. I asked for it during the game, but looking at it, I was like, nah, let's maintain the hierarchy. If Bruno misses, like, for example, Bruno missed against, was it Brentford? He should have been told, no, you're not taking the next penalty.
Oh, I didn't know he offered.
Yeah, he offered. He offered the penalty. Actually, he offered thrice. He offered it thrice. Each time Cunha said, no.
That's
no.
Okay. Fair to Bruno. Because I was ready to say some things, but
but I thought you were supporting him.
No, I'm stay at the club. You know me. When I support you, when you do something bad, I'll call you out. But of course, but looking at it critically, I think we are actually not getting the best of Bruno because of where he's playing. Now he has I think six assists right now, playing deep. Now imagine what he would do if he was a little bit forward.
But
So
he did
Bruno
play.
Bruno, like you're saying, he's good, but he's not good for the team.
Yeah,
Like if we want to move forward, but he's
yeah,
good. He's good individually. He's a good player. Nobody's taking that away from him.
yeah.
But you are
He's
saying
a
he's
good-
not good for Manchester United as a unit, as a team.
Yeah, as a collective, he's holding United back. And remember, this guy has played as a CAM throughout his career at United, other than when Eric Ten Hag decided to play him on the right. One thing I would say is, if we want to get the best out of Bruno, he's not even playing him as a CAM, to be honest. He's not playing him as a CAM. It's controversial, yes, but I'll explain why. You look at the system that Amorim is playing, you look at the coaches, the systems they are playing, it's no longer about a CAM. What most coaches have is what you call a free role player. You just tell them, you have no position, but I want you mostly to be up front. You play. On the sheet of paper, we'll place you as a CAM, but don't hold any position. You just go out there, create. And that's how Ole was
Kopama,
able to, that's
he does
how,
it sometimes.
yeah, that's how Ole was able to get the best out of Bruno, because he told Bruno, I don't expect you to hold any position. You just go and do your thing. Okay. So if we want that, regardless of whether Bruno is a CM or Bruno is a CAM, more so if he's a CAM, we need to get him athletic players like Baleba, like Anderson, like Wharton, guys who will do the donkey work, and then they give him the ball, they tell him, now create the chances, now do your thing, you know. But now, when I go back to my point, as players age, the athleticism gets poorer and poorer. And the reason as to why we are saying Amorim is not getting the best out of Bruno is because Bruno can no longer be as athletic as he was when he came to United, because he's aging. He needs more help in terms of recovering space, in terms of fighting for the ball. Because you notice most of the time when Bruno tackles, it's either a foul or he doesn't tackle at all.
Yeah.
You see? So what he needs to do is, I've given an example of Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney came to a point he realized, I'm no longer as athletic as I used to be. And if you watch Wayne Rooney at the latter stages of his United career, he used to walk a lot. When the ball is not where he's required, he used just to walk, make sure he's available, you know. And then when he gets the ball, he now jumps into it. He now starts running with it. If there is a tackle, he has that energy to go. So regardless of whether we are playing Bruno as a CAM or we are playing Bruno as a CM, he still needs someone who can do the dirty work for him and then tell him, now here's the ball. And when United signed Ugarte, I thought that's what Ugarte would come to do, because Ugarte is a good destroyer. Ugarte is a good destroyer. He does a simple pass to Bruno and passes. Ugarte reminds me of when he came on. He reminded me of Anderson. You remember Anderson, the
Yeah,
guy with the braids?
yeah.
Anderson used to destroy, and then Scholes does his thing. Nowadays, we don't have such kind of a player, you know. So for me, I love Bruno to bits, but if United want to be challenging for titles, two options: get rid of him. Actually, two options. Part 1A, get rid of him. No. Let me repeat. Part 1, get rid of him. He's holding us back. But if option 2 is decide to keep him, part 2A is Bruno needs to mature his game. He needs to go the next level as a midfielder. He needs to be more careful with the ball. He also needs to show leadership in midfield, because you look at that midfield, if you take Casemiro out of that squad, Bruno is the most experienced midfielder other than Casemiro. So he needs to show that experience. And also, United need to sign players to complement his skills. Right now, we are not seeing the best of Bruno. Even if you play him as a right 10, left 10, trust me, Casey, we still won't see the best of Bruno until we have people who can do the donkey work, mopping up, and then they allow him to roam. Because Bruno is good in roaming. And in fact, Cunha, we'll also see the best out of Cunha when we have someone who will do the dirty work, give Cunha the ball and tell him, now we are assured at the back, you go and do your own stuff. Because such kind of players, when they dribble, they will lose a lot of balls. They'll get fouled. They'll fall down and all that. Yeah.
With what you said now, that means if it's like that, Cunha and Bruno might not actually function. I don't think you should have the profile in the same team. You
No,
remember
you
Neymar,
shouldn't.
Messi? It didn't work like that
Yeah. Mm.
because two of them will be dragging. Who I saw Cunha used to drop deep to collect the ball. Bruno
Yeah.
might want to drop deep to collect the ball. They will clash.
Yeah. They always do. They always do. And you look at what Ahmad and Bumo have done so far. They've matured their game.
Yeah.
Right now, when the season started, they were getting into each other's space. Right now, they are not, because they are adapting. So Bruno has played a CM for how many games now? Has he adapted to the position? Key example, the goal that Wolves scored. I was furious about that goal because it's just basic defending, and it happened just hours after Arsenal were throwing their bodies so that Aston Villa don't score the winner. So I looked at Arsenal's players. They were throwing even Wolves players. Like Totti had 2 goal line clearances.
Yes.
Because he was throwing his body. The first half should have been a penalty because it hit the arm. But the player took the risk. No penalty. But Bruno, he's just looking at the ball, goes to the left, comes back to the right, comes back to the center. The Wolves player runs towards the ball, gets to that space. Bruno is still in the same area he was all that while. And then now he's complaining. I want to have a captain. I want to have a leader that will fight hard. Like you see, like De Ligt. De Ligt fights, he fights. Even Mazraoui, they fight. When the ball is out of play, now he starts shouting at the players. What the hell are you guys doing? But now Bruno looks at it. When it's conceded, now he's blaming everyone. So for me, Bruno is 30, but he hasn't really shown that he's adapting, he's maturing as a player. Because, I mean, even De Bruyne, it came to a point where De Bruyne adapted his game. He realized, I can't run, I can't be everywhere as I used to. So what did De Bruyne do? He started adapting, Yeah. So
Yeah. So
for me,
talking about maturity,
when
Bruno moved forward, you could see, like I said, Mount used to drop deep.
Yeah.
To actually help. I said this thing that Mason Mount should never be benched. As long as he's fit, he should be playing. So is Mason Mount finally doing something at Manchester United, or is he just warming up? What do you think about Mason Mount's performance and recently?
Yeah. So I'll answer that. There are a couple of comments I'm seeing.
Okay,
we are not doing. We are, or do I read the comments then answer the question?
No, let's take the comments. Then we'll come back to
we
the
are
question.
doing a disservice to our fans. The comments are wild. Let me start with YouTube. So Paul, it's always good to see you, Paul. So Paul is saying, good evening, UKG fam. Great to see you, Simoninsky and Casey Riats. The sign of a strong, yeah, good one, Paul. The sign of a strong or stronger squad is winning against smaller sides. A statement win at Wolves yesterday.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Then I love our captain Bruno, and I think he's constant quality for me, and we can continue building depth around him. And yes, that was a great pass to Dalot. You see, he has Paul has said the same thing I've said. I hadn't even read the comment. Build depth around him. So you need to give him players.
Yeah.
Casey, you need to give him workhorses. Imagine if Bruno was playing behind someone like Elliot Anderson and someone like Baleba. We know that, or Bruno knows that, in case I lose the ball, there's a guy who's going to tackle and give it back to me. That's the sort of profile we need. So I've said 2 options. Get rid of him because right now the profile doesn't fit him. The team is not built around him. Or take him to attacking mid and sign players who will help him. So that's a good one. TikTok. So I'll just highlight a few comments. Cruises is saying as a CM, he doesn't have the discipline, the position discipline. Osam is saying he's always wanna be at the center stage of. He always want to be at the center stage of. Why am I reading this wrong? He always wanna be at the center stage every time. True, and Casey, I told you, United have been operating like a mid-table club. You know, a mid-table club have one player that runs
Yes,
everything. Look at
yes, yes,
Wolves.
yes.
Cunha left.
Cunha, yeah, yeah.
It's dead. You know. Then we have Fred United FC. He's saying Bruno indirectly has a free role in this team if we watch closely, and that's one of the things that actually frustrates Amorim. Amorim says that Bruno needs to be more disciplined. I think there's a time he said that in one of, Amorim does like 75 interviews in a week.
Not his fault, actually.
Not his fault. But in one of his interviews, he said that he needs Bruno to be more disciplined in terms of positional play. The way Amorim plays his midfield is one sits back, the other one, yes, will roam, but they are always available for the pass. That's one. And number two, they are always available for the fast tackle. Basically, before the ball gets to the defense, they are available to do the tackling. That's why you find United, whenever they are on the attack, it's easy to bypass them because Bruno is not available in the center. And one of the center backs, usually the center backs, pushes into midfield so that they can form a midfield three. And then we usually have one of the full backs dropping deep. So it stays as a back three, yes, but the two congest inward. The two center backs come in because the CCB has moved forward, and one of the wing backs stays behind, but somewhat inside the pitch. So Bruno needs now to form a front pivot. So it's Bruno, then we have Casemiro and the CCB. But what usually happens is you'll find, I'll give an example. Let's say the ball is on the right. Bruno is already in the box. It leaves Casemiro and De Ligt. And in the center, there is no one. There is no one. So that's why you find United, it takes 2-3 passes and the whole team is bypassed. So what I was saying about the CM is, yes, he can go forward and attack because one of the CMs is a box to box. Like McTominay will have been good for this system because McTominay can do box to box. But now Bruno being there, most of the time you find he's always trying to attack. He's always going near the ball. Like I'm sure, Casey, you've seen him be on the left side where Dalot is supposed to be or where Cunha is supposed to be. You're like, bro, what are you doing in the left side of the pitch? You're supposed to be in the center.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And another comment before I respond to the Mount one. Cruz is saying many fans look at the start, but they don't look at any other part of the team that is affected. Fred United FC saying he's the only player given the liberty to do all he does, and that's why I'm saying it's holding us back. So to answer your question, let me see whether there's another comment here I can read.
There's an important comment.
Yeah.
They said because he said I don't totally. That's Cruiser said I don't totally agree with building around him. He's 31. So just drop it. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Can you talk on that? 1 minute.
Yeah. His age is telling. His age is telling, and that's why I said I'm concerned that he hasn't adapted his game. Bruno right now should be a DLP, a deep lying playmaker, because he has the range, he has the vision, he has the passing range, he has the vision. He can come into the box late. But building the team around a 31 years old, that's also a very, very good point. You can't do that. In fact, Casey, I would rather build the team around Kobe. I would rather build the team around Kobe. Like, United need midfielders. Let's just go and buy midfielders to play with Kobe. For example, if you have Kobe and Elliot Anderson, we don't even need to get two midfielders. Of course, I'm saying in terms of starting 11.
Okay.
So that's a good point there. There's no point of building the team around around a 31-year-old who in the next 2 to 3 years, his game is dipping. And you know one thing about Casey, one thing about these players who are always on a high, their dip is usually steep. You look at Rooney, he was always high, then he plateaued, he stayed at that level, then all of a sudden he dropped off immediately. He dropped off. And that's why I keep saying a player like CR7, there's always this debate about Messi CR7, but CR7 for me, and it's not because I'm a United fan, but CR7 for me is the greatest player in the world because maintaining that level at 40, my friend. And CR7 has never had that dip. And CR7 has kept adapting his game.
Yeah,
Every year
yeah.
has kept adapting.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very important factor. He stopped the too much dribbling,
Yeah.
which is what you are telling, which is what you are suggesting to that Bruno does.
Mm.
You know, work with
Yeah.
the times. You are no longer that. You don't have that energy and this thing. You adapt your game, mature
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
game.
Mature your game.
Yeah.
Because right now, Bruno, if he was a deep line, imagine if Bruno was pinging passes like Scholes. You see, we are talking about Mount. Now let me respond to Mount as I combine with that point from Cruises. Mount knows he can run. And if you notice what Mount does, Mount will have a burst of pace, a burst of activity. He will be active. And then there's a time he slows down. He takes the ball, simple pass, because he's trying to make sure his athleticism is there. Mount can actually play up to extra time, 120 minutes, because he knows how to play. He adapts based on the minutes. You find that when Mount needs to press, he will press, he will run, he will go left, go right, press. And then when it's not time to press, you'll find Mount walking or just trotting, jogging slowly. Then when he gets the ball, he becomes active. There's a time when he runs, he's huffing and puffing. What does he do? He decides, I'm not going to run. Let me just find a good pass, become available. So Bruno right now, imagine Bruno was like Paul Scholes. He sees Mbumo 30 yards out on the left or on the right, or Ahmad on the right. And he does that 30 yard pass. Imagine if Bruno, in fact, let me just use a good example, Casey. Imagine if Bruno adapted his game to play like Paul Pogba. Because Paul Pogba had assists, had goals, and he was doing all that work, 30 yard passes, defending. Imagine how Bruno adapted his game to be like that. So he creates like that pass he gets to Dalot. Imagine if now he does such kind of passes from 20 yards, 25 yards, 30 yards. Like Lisandro Martinez has a good range of passing and he's a defender. Martinez gave Ahmad, you remember the City game, the winner?
Yeah.
Martinez saw Ahmad's run and he gave a pass from deep. So why can't Bruno do that? Because he has the ball, and most of the time when Bruno gets the ball in the center, what does he do? He starts doing a 360 looking for a pass. And Mbumo has already made the run.
Yeah. I think in that one, I'm not going to defend him there because there was one I actually, because I sent it to our group. Mazarawi was open.
Yeah.
Passed the ball to him. Then he kept turning. Then he lost the ball. He lost the ball. But why I love Mount is, that's talking about Mount. Why I love Mount is he knows how to play with the team. That's just why I love Mount.
Yeah.
He knows how to play team football. If you are open, Mount will not come and want to do an extraordinary something or try to, he will just give you the ball. Like the pass he gave Sesko. You remember the one that Sesko, the two passes he gave Sesko, that Sesko missed. Bruno sometimes, like, Bruno is a great passer of the ball, but he might not actually pass that ball. He might want to take a shot, or now if he takes the shot and scores, I will come here and scream, Bruno is fantastic.
Yeah.
But that is not actually football. Football is team sport.
It's a team sport.
You play with your team.
Mason
that's
Mount,
why all of us love Mason Mount. He knows how to play team football.
Whenever Mason Mount plays, Casey, he makes everyone around him look better. Mason Mount made Dalot look better.
Yeah.
Mason
Yeah,
Mount made Dalot look better. Because the moment Amorim switched the system to have Mbumo play as the forward, then Mount now, because when the game was starting, Mount was the striker. But Mount dropped deep. Cunha now was given the free role. And
yeah.
then Mbumo went forward. Immediately, Dalot started having a good game. Immediately started having a good game. So Mount always makes someone look better. In fact, one of the things I want to see for a bit of time, because we are going to talk also about AFCON, I would
Yeah.
like to see how Mount would play with someone like Joshua Zirkzee. Because also Joshua Zirkzee, he has those good flick on passes, making himself available, opening up gaps for a United player to run in and get the ball. So for me, I just hope, as you've said, I hope Mason Mount stays fit
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
plays every game. But it introduces a huge, huge dilemma. Who do you drop? Do you drop Cunha at 10? Who do you drop?
But frankly speaking, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem.
It's
It's
a
a
good
good
problem to
problem.
have because at Manchester City, Savinho, Dogu,
Yeah.
Cheki, Reinders, Guardiola is having that problem. At least it's better they're on your bench.
Yeah.
Okay, we are saying we don't have players at Manchester United. Now we don't even have that problem. Imagine if we had players. Let's have that problem. So it's not a bad
Yeah.
problem to have. And you said something about seeing Mount and Zexi to know how they play. I think you might see them sooner than later because of the AFCON that is coming up.
AFCON.
And speaking of AFCON, AFCON is coming up in 3 weeks, I think. And
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Mazarawi, Ahmad, and Mbuemo will be leaving.
Yeah.
And these 3 players are actually one of the glue that is holding this team together. Mazarawi has been fantastic at right CB, fantastic. And Mbuemo, I don't want to talk about Mbuemo, is actually our best player. So, and Ahmad too has been at that right wing back. So, what do you think about this? Are we going to miss them? Can we be able to play until they comes back? Hopefully, Cameroon can leave the.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You'll have our Cameroonian fans
Oh, sorry guys.
getting angry. And you are
Okay,
Nigerian. So
okay. Let me rephrase. Hopefully, I can have my players back.
you are Nigerian and the Cameroonians are going to AFCON and
Okay, sorry guys.
you want your neighbors to come at you.
Okay, hopefully I can have my players back. I didn't say anything. I didn't call Cameroon or anything. I just say hopefully I can have my players back soon. But
Back soon.
what do you think? What do you think?
Well, for me, this is now a true test for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. This is now where we will know how good Amorim is and
Yeah.
how good the squad is. Remember last
Yeah.
time, Kaisi, I said, reality will hit Manchester United fans hard. Hard. A punch to the face when those 3 guys leave. That's when guys will start saying, okay, as much as we say Amorim out, actually this squad is ished. This squad is nothing because Dogu and Dalot are the only fullbacks we will have. Those 2. So that means Dalot will play on the right, Dogu on the left.
The same Dogo that everybody's complaining about.
Everybody is complaining about. The other thing is now it's time we will know how Amorim is.
It's
Whether
team
he's a good
management.
tactician, his team management. And that's why I think you see he's trying to give players like Shea Lacey chances in the first team training. He's trying to have Kobe coming on, playing more minutes. He's trying to have Joshua Zirkzee up to speed. Because if you look at that squad, Joshua Zirkzee can come and play as a 10. Mount can play as a 10. But you look at the wing-back positions, the only available wing-back positions we have is from the under-21s. Can Luke Shaw play as a wing-back? I don't think so, because he doesn't have the legs to run up and down. So for me, I'm saying United should have taken advantage of the games previously. That is beating Tottenham, beating Nottingham, beating Everton, beating West Ham, so that by the time United are struggling, because it's a huge probability that United will struggle with those 3 away. At least we have points in the bag. So for me, I'm worried. Honestly, I'm worried, especially that Ahmad and Mbumo are going, and that's our best attacking outlet. I'm really worried, Casey.
Yeah, I'm also worried. I'm also worried because, like you said, this Bomo has been our best player. Ahmad also. Now, Mbuemo, we can get somebody that can, if we, like Zexi or Mount can give us, they might not give 100% of what Mbuemo does. They can give us 60. I'm okay with that. But who can give us even 50% of what Ahmad does at that right wing back? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. And this showed you how thin this squad is.
Mm.
Like you've mentioned, you said if Sesko is back,
Yeah.
Sesko can play forward, maybe I don't think we have much issue at the front. It's at the back that we have the issue.
Yeah, on the left, on the right hand side, that is on the right flank.
On the right flank. So the left, what about the left, Dogu? Or do you think he will play Shaw?
For me, I would say if Dogu plays on the left, I'm not as worried, because when you look at the players who normally play on the left, they are quite good, they're quite energetic, and their best performances come from the left. Like Mason Mount plays better when he's on the left side, not on the right side. You look at Cunha, plays well when he's on the left side, and Cunha is good at also defending in terms of tracking back, tackling, delaying play. You look at Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is also quite athletic in that position. We could also bring Eden Heaven to that position. So my worry when it comes to Dogu is only the attacking output, because Dogu is good in defending. If we are honest, if you compare Dogu and Dalot in terms of defending, he's good. And you look at the players who also play on the left, Mount, Cunha, Shaw, Eden Heaven, even Len Yoro, they can play on the left. And now Martinez is back. He can play on the left. So in terms of defending, I'm not worried on the left side. My worry is on the right side, because as it is, we know that Ahmad is not quite good defensively. Mbumo is not good, but our attacking outlet is on the right. So we will be weak attacking, and we will be weak defending. So we can't defend we can't attack on the left, but we can't defend on the left. Right now we can attack on the right, but we can't defend from the right, because if you look at almost every goal United have conceded this season, it comes from the right side, including the Wolves game. Most of the goals come from that right side. The Fulham game, right side. Tottenham game, right side. You look at the goals United are scoring, where are they coming from? Right side. So
Yes,
now
yes, yes.
So now on the right side, we will be weak. United will be weak attacking, and they will be weak defending. So that's my worry.
Yeah, but like you said, you made mention of something that is important. This is where we will know if
Yeah.
actually Amorim knows his onions, because he might
Yes.
actually surprise
Yes.
us, and we might actually win all the games. You never
Yeah, we
know.
might. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this is where we will know whether he knows how to manage his team, because it's not about the quantity you have, it's how you are able to get the best out of that. And I also feel that he might look towards our academy. This is now he won't have any excuse not to play those boys.
He will have. He
So
will
at
have to.
least some of them, like you said, Shelesi has been
Mm,
training with the first team. I mean, this
mm,
is an opportunity. If
mm,
Mount or whoever playing on that right side play like, and we are 3
mm.
goals up, of course we put him in, get him that experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul is saying, I actually think Mount and Mainu break into the starting 11 with Ahmad and Bumo at AFCON. I also think so.
Yeah.
And there is an interesting point here from Fred on TikTok. He's saying, I think this is the point he switches to 4-3-3 due to deficiencies in the team. Fred, if you want Amorim to change to 4-3-3, it's like asking for the Sahara. It's like asking for it to snow in the Sahara Desert. Amorim will never change. He will never change.
So I have Fred, I just thought of something now. Do you know probably why Amorim don't want to play the 4-3-3 is probably if we win maybe like 2-3 matches with the 4-3-3, the board can actually tell him we're not going to sign you players. You
Yes.
should stick to this squad. I'm just trying to think outside the box.
Mm.
So he's trying to tell, because he might actually know that we might, because I'm sure he's seeing what all of us are seeing, that we might actually function better with the 4-3-3. You
Yeah.
know, but if
Yeah.
he plays it and he wins a few matches, we all know our board. They are all profit driven. They might
Yeah.
say, "Oh, let's not sign this player. After all, just play this 4-3-3. Now they win match before. Probably that's why he wants to stick with this is what I want to play.
Yeah.
So that if you can see all the weaknesses, know that I'm losing matches because I don't have this player, I don't have so get me so that I can win matches." And somebody said, Cruz said that something about Mantata. Yes,
Yeah.
like I said, this is an opportunity. He won't have any excuse not to
Yeah.
bring some of
Not to
those
play.
academy players, you
Yeah.
know, even if it's 2 minutes, even if it's 3 minutes, even if it's 4 minutes, at least let's let the fans have a feel of the future, what is to come.
Yeah. Yeah. And you look at I think I mentioned this previously as well. There is a reason why now coaches are switching to a 3-4-3. There's a reason why coaches have now decided 3-4-3 is a good formation. I'm going to play it. Xavi used to play it and he succeeded. You look at teams like Inter have always been playing three at the back. And one thing I love about the 3-4-3 is during the game, during match play, during situations, it can easily adapt. For example, the 3-4-3 during attack, it can be a 2-4-6, something like that. During defense, it can be a 5-3-2. You can easily switch the formation during gameplay. You look at how United play. Sometimes you look at it. It's like a 4-4-2 diamond. I remember in the Brighton game, United ended up playing it's like a 4-4-2 diamond with Mbumo and Sheshko up top. Then Ahmad was playing as a right winger. The 3-4-3 you can easily adapt because 3-4-3 means when you need attackers, the wing backs become your extra attackers. The 2 10s become your extra attacker and you have a striker. So that means you can have up to how many? 6 players, 5 players attacking. When it comes to defense, you can have 5 players defending. I've seen a lot of guys saying that United are defending 5 at the back while conceding. It's because the system, that's how the system swings. When um, when defending, you have more numbers. When attacking, you have more numbers. The only difference we haven't seen between Amorim Sporting and Amorim's United is the wing backs don't really fully understand what they're supposed to do. Because in this system, in Amorim's system, the wing backs are supposed to be wingers, not left backs, not right backs. That's why Ahmad is performing well at right wing back because he is a winger. You look at Giovanni Kenda, he was performing well because he's a winger. He signed at Chelsea to play wing. So 4-3-3 is good. My other concern, as you said, Casey, is, and I've seen a comment here, is that players, they will play the 4-3-3, probably win 3 or 4 matches, and then they unlearn the 3-4-3. They say, Coach, we are never going to play 3-4-3 again, 4-3-3.
They say they will unlearn it.
Yeah, they will unlearn it.
We'll learn it.
Mm.
So, away from the AFCON and what have you, we are also linked with a move for, I don't know if it's a rumor or Sergio Ramos.
Yeah. Sergio
So,
Ramos, yes.
what do you think about that? Is this a welcome development or a no?
No.
You're already shaking your head.
No. Honestly, how many times are we going to go how many times are we going to do the same mistakes? How many times? Fine, Sergio Ramos is a legend. He's a good player. he was a good player. He has won multiple trophies, all that. Number one, Sergio Ramos won't come to United and accept less than 200K a week. There is no way he's going to come to United and say, I'll sign for 150K a week. And even if he does, the bonuses will take that fee to around 300. Number two, instead of signing Sergio Ramos, why don't we play Eden Heaven every week?
Yeah, it gets him game time and
Yeah, play Eden
also,
Heaven every week.
yeah, also Konate is in the market for 15 million. What do you think about that also? Should Manchester United be going for him instead of Ramos?
Casey, why do you want me to blow up? Why do you want me to blow up? You want a Liverpool player? A Liverpool player to wear the United shirt? Like I've seen guys saying Salah should come to United. I'm like, what? I feel like puking.
No. They're not telling him to come because they're just telling him to come to spite Liverpool.
Yeah, even if it's to spite Liverpool, nah. No way. I'm okay with Ahmad and Bumo. Salah can go off wherever he wants. But for me, Sergio Ramos is a no. It's a complete no. I would rather give those young players chances. Like Eden Heaven played a good game. We need to build him up for the future. Because Sergio Ramos will only play, 2-3 seasons at most? Then we are back to now saying, Eden Heaven, come back from loan, or we even sell him because he would be pure profit. We bought him for 1M from Arsenal, 1.5M. So if we sell him at 20, it's good. But I would rather go even to the academy, pick a player like Fredricksen. Let Tyler Fredricksen play there instead of Ramos, because we've seen this script many times. Look at Casemiro. We literally have to wait for the contract to expire because we can't ship him out. No? So, yeah, Ramos is good. But if he's coming to United, he will just be, for me, to play those odd games, those like FA Cups, or if, let's say, someone is injured, he plays. But for me, I'd rather play the young boys instead of Ramos.
But okay, now look at it from this angle. He's coming on a free.
Let me tell you, Casey,
it's coming on a free.
Free transfers are usually more expensive than actually paid transfers.
Okay.
There's something that's called a sign-on fee and a loyalty bonus.
Okay.
That's the reason why we didn't sign this player who went to Juventus. What is his name? There's this striker Juventus signed. Again, forgetting names. Let me get you the name. Let me Google the name. There's a reason why United didn't sign him, because he was asking for 20 million as a sign-on fee. You see, and then he has a loyalty bonus. What is this name? Then let me just check. Guys, in the comment section, there is a striker who was signed by Juventus on a free last summer. What is his name? Is it Jonathan David? Yes. Jonathan David. Yes, Jonathan David. Jonathan David was approached by United, but he asked for, I think it was 20 or 30 million sign-on fee. So most of the time, in fact, when Zlatan was coming to United, do you know that he was paid a huge sign-on fee, even Cavani?
Wow.
And then they will say, because I'm coming on a free, I need a high wage. We need a high wage because, you're signing me for a free.
So that's that. Remember,
yeah,
we said something about leaders in Manchester United. Sergio Ramos is a natural leader. So don't you think he's good? Like what Silva did at Chelsea helped them, that their difference was a little bit, there was a leader at that back. Don't you think the young lads, Heaven, Fredericks, what have you, Delete, they will all benefit from the experience of Sergio Ramos? Now I'm trying to see the good from the good side of him joining.
Yeah, there are advantages. there are advantages. It's weighing the pros and cons. The pros are, imagine having Ramos, De Ligt, and someone like Martinez as the back three. Those guys will kill strikers. And Ramos can score, you know?
Yeah.
Ramos can score. Ramos is a leader. In fact, when he comes on and we give him the captain's band, that team will change, because that guy has played for super teams. He has played, and when I say super teams, I mean with players. He's played with some of the best players in the world: Higuain, Ronaldo, Xavi Alonso. He has played with all those great players, you know. So he will come with that wealth of experience. But now the question would be, you already have this young team. Ineos are investing in a young squad that will be able to compete for the Premier League title in 2027, 2028. If you bring Sergio Ramos on, and you see right now United are playing one game a week other than the FA Cup that's coming on, how will you balance that squad to an extent where Eden Heaven will get game time? Len Yoro as well. Remember, Len Yoro rejected Real Madrid for United, and he's already not playing. You look at that squad. I was actually opening the Premier League squad list. I believe 50% of the squad are defenders.
Wow.
A huge percentage of that squad. Let me, in fact, look for that Premier League squad list. I looked at it and I was like, we can't have another defender. And if Ramos comes, who do you send out on loan? Do you send Eden Heaven? Okay, fine. We need to replace Maguire, but I'd rather replace Maguire with a young a young defender, you know. So for me, short term, I agree with you. In the short term, it's a good deal. He will come on, bring the experience like what Silva did. But now you look at Chelsea again. After Silva left, Chelsea are back to the same defensive issues. Chelsea are back to the same defensive issues because now the young players, some of them like Chalobah, were not playing as much, loans and all that. But now, inconsistency. So, for me, I'd say don't take it. Don't take the risk. The team is good. In fact, when you bring on someone like Sergio Ramos, thinking that he might lift the team, it might end up being a bad move. Now the young players might be like, already I'm not getting game time. Now you bring this legend.
Yes. Yeah.
So what am I doing here? So they also get discouraged. Like, let me just move. For example, right now, if United sign, let's say, go and sign Baleba, Orton, and Anderson, all three. Let's say in some way United sign all three. What do you think will run in Kobe's? No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying
Okay.
United will, but I'm just giving an example. So don't misquote me, guys. Don't misquote me. So I'm saying, imagine United go and sign, let's say, those three. What do you think will be in Kobe's mind? How do you think Kobe will react to that? Even if we bring two, let's say we buy Wharton and Anderson, or Baleba and Anderson, how do you think Kobe will take that news? So, guys, also in the comment section, Casey, also read some comments on TikTok.
Yeah. Somebody was saying,
I'm looking
somebody's
for the
asking,
squad.
Monk Door is saying, why did JJ Gabriel wants to leave?
It's because of opportunities.
Yeah, so I was actually typing a reply to him. Young players at Barca and young players at Madrid, at Manchester United. If now you, as a young player, where would you rather be? It's Barca. I mean, you are seeing Kobasi first team, like you said. You are seeing Pedri, Gavi, the third best player in the world, Lamine Yamal. I mean, you are seeing Mino hardly playing. You are seeing Fredericks, Mantata, all not even featuring. So if you are JJ Gabriel, where will you rather be? So you can't blame him.
Simple question.
Can't blame him.
No. Yeah. So this is the squad. I wish I could display it on screen. Paul is saying, please give us your best squads without Mbumo, Ahmad, and Mazraoui.
Okay. I think he mentioned
Interesting.
it, Paul. I think UKG mentioned it earlier. Uh,
Yeah.
mm. So do you know what's going to
Mhm.
happen? What is going to happen is um the next week, because I think we'll do that next week. We'll meet them, we'll do our combine, we'll just work on it so that we can
Yeah.
display it on the screen next week. So Paul,
Mm.
we'll do that next week, because
Yeah.
they will still play against Bournemouth. That's their last
Bournemouth on
match.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll play on Monday. So
Or even KC, because we will be here for the watch along. We can do it then.
okay. So
But
on Monday,
for
watch along.
me, yeah. But for me, just to highlight what I would go for myself, I
Okay.
would go for Bruno 10, right 10, and then bring in Kobe in the midfield. That's what I will do. That's
That's
what I
all for
will
now.
do.
You okay?
That's all for now. Yeah.
So I think for me, it depends if Sesko is fit.
Actually, reports are stating that he might be fit to play on Monday.
Yeah. We might actually need him on Monday, because
Mm.
yo, I forgot. So just we've run through 1 hour plus.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking with us. It's been TikTok is active. Paul, thank you
Mm.
so much. So drop. What do you think about Bournemouth game? What do you think? The Bournemouth
Yeah.
game.
The Bournemouth game. Actually, let me just read a couple of comments before I respond to that. Sergio Ramos, it's too early for April. You see, guys on TikTok, what you miss out. You guys should be on YouTube, so that these comments we get to highlight them. Let's see. The Cruises has responded actually similar to you. JJ wanted to leave because the pathway to the first team is easy at Barca.
Yes.
Yeah, and a couple of guys saying Lamens, Martinez, Delict Yoro, Bruno, Casemiro, Dalot, Dogu. So Osam has given the lineup, his best lineup. So he's responding to Paul on YouTube. So he's saying, go with Lamens, Martinez, Delict Yoro, and then he will go with Shaw, Dalot, Casemiro, Mount, and then Bruno, Cunha, Sheshko. So he would play Casemiro and Mount as the two pivots. Then Fred is saying Lamens, Shaw, Martinez, Delict, Yoro, Dalo, Casemiro, Mainu, Cunha, Bruno, Sheshko. YouTube way. Yeah, awesome. Come to YouTube. These comments, I'll be able to highlight them on screen.
Yeah, so you
That's
can highlight, so you can see your comments is
yeah.
is mostly on the YouTube.
Yeah. We can't be able to. We used to a while back, but now we can't.
So guys,
the squad,
that are joining us for the first time today, this is UKG and KC Rias midweek debate. We try to do this as much as possible every Wednesday by this time. Try to talk all things Manchester United, and I'm glad you guys are with us today. So yes.
You see what guys? You see guys on TikTok what you're missing out. Guys on TikTok, you're not feeling bad. You're not feeling bad that your comment can't be displayed. Come over, guys.
Yeah.
Come over.
So like I said, you give UKG a follow. You also follow KC Rias. We try to be pragmatic when we're talking about Manchester United. Sometimes we are emotional. Sometimes we leave the emotions aside and say it as it is.
As it is, yes. So Casey, here is the squad. Before I respond, before I give my Bournemouth predictions. So goalkeepers are 3. Bayandia, Heaton, Lamens. The defenders, Casey, you know how many times I'm scrolling? 1, 2, 3 times to see the defenders list. In fact, the defenders list, guys, if you can go to premierleague.com and go to Manchester United's profile page, the defenders, Casey, have one long column. The defenders are one long column, and then we have midfielders and forwards. Basically, the column for midfielders and forwards fit into the long column of defenders. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Casey, 12 registered defenders.
Wow.
12. That is Dalo, Masrawi, Delict, Maguire, Martinez, Malasia, Dogu, Yoro, Luke Shaw, Heaven, Tyler Fredrickson, Diego Leon. 12. Guess how many midfielders are registered?
12, maybe 5 or so, or 6.
5. No, 6. Mount, Fernandez, Casemiro, Ugarte, Mainu, Jack Fletcher. And you know what? Cunha, Ahmad, Mbumo have been registered as forwards. So out of a squad of how many? These are 3, 12, 15, plus 6, 21, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of a squad of 28, KC, 12 are defenders. Now, out of that squad of 12, 3 of them are leaving. So from 12 defenders, we'll have 11 now. But forwards, 2 of them are leaving. So we will have 5. And out of the 5, Chido and Shia Lesi are registered as forwards and are academy graduates. So that can tell you how thin the squad is, how unbalanced the squad is. So to my, do you want to react to that, Casey, before I go to the Bournemouth game?
I mean, what else do we say? We need players. Like the board should be sending it to the board. They know. They know. So we'll keep talking about it every week.
Yeah.
Yes, like you said, you know.
We keep explaining this to our fans every week. But Casey, I keep saying, I believe this Amorim out, especially the Twitter accounts, I think they are paid by the Glazers so that we don't focus on their mess up.
Yeah, it's possible. They should look at my X account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we lost 8 players over the summer. Yeah. United literally signed a goalkeeper in the last 24 hours of the window. If Bayandia had kept clean sheets, he would be playing right now. Casey. It's just for Engage. Those on X are doing it. It's for Elon Musk money. Yeah, that's how they are getting their money. So Bournemouth game. This will be a very, very difficult game. I'm seeing a draw. I'm seeing a draw. Bournemouth have not been great, yes, but whenever United meet such a well-organized team, especially this small organized team, like you saw Brentford, you saw West Ham as well. When they meet a team that's well organized defensively, they know what they need to do to defend and attack. Ooh. United struggle. Actually, Wolves played to United. The way Wolves played was advantage to United because Wolves were just attacking.
Yes.
Especially after going 2-1, they just decided, let's attack, leaving spaces. But now when United meet a team that knows how to sit deep and know how to take their chances, we always struggle. United always struggle. So for me, I'd go for a draw.
Well, a draw is not bad. Like I said, a draw is not bad. But
yeah,
I think we will win the game.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-0 or 2-1. Or why I said that is simply because we'll win the game only if we are able to take our chances, because especially in the first half, the way we used to waste, we don't get a whole lot of chances, but we waste them.
Yeah.
We waste them because Bournemouth's defense has not actually been great this season.
Yeah.
That's why I said if we can take our chances, if we get it, score. Their defense has been rubbish. The attack is good, midfield is good, but their defense has been rubbish this season. So if we get that chances and we're able to take it, maybe 2-3 chances, we'll take 2, kill the game. then sit back and just let the game play out. If not,
Mm,
it's going to come out and haunt us
yeah.
because they have
Snake.
Semenyo is there. They have what's this Holland guy?
Kluivert.
Kluivert. No, these are intelligent players.
Mm,
These are intelligent players that can do something, that can change the game. So we need
yeah.
to, when we get the chance to take. But if we get a draw, I'm okay with the draw.
Yeah. Snake Eyes is saying we are losing. And then the monk doll, she says, I think we lose, unfortunately. So Fred says, got a run, guys. See you later. Yeah, Fred, thanks for tuning in. It's the first time I'm seeing you, as well as the likes of Cruises. Who else did I see the first time? Yeah, so there's
Awesome.
a lot. Yeah, awesome. Awesome is just awesome. Awesome is just awesome. Casey, oh my, you gave gifts. You are hosting the show and you're still gifting. My word. Come on, guys. Let's give Casey some hearts and claps in the comment section, guys. Casey, you always do much for the UKG platform, man. You always do much. Snake Eyes is saying their midfield is great. Fred is saying Dogu is just Dogu. Whatever that means. Cruises also says he has to go. Yeah, and I think also, Casey, we have to go because we've been here 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah.
Because the chat was crazy, So we
Yeah.
had to extend. We actually extended the show is actually 1 hour. We extended because of the chat.
Yeah.
When you get the conversation going, it is what it is. When you get the conversation going, you just don't want to leave. But what's your final thoughts? Do you think we are getting better? Or are we getting better with each game? What do you think? What's your final thoughts?
There is progress. It's just that it's not the progress everyone expected. Everyone expected a football manager or a FIFA or a PES kind of progress, like sign 3 attackers and immediately start winning games, and winning them with a flawless performance. Casey, you remember when we had our first midweek debate? I said United fans should lower their expectations. And I got a lot of abuse online. And remember, Casey, that was back in September. I said, let's lower expectations because such kinds of results like we saw versus Nottingham, versus Everton, versus West Ham will be part of this season until the rebuild has been completed.
Yeah.
So progress is there. Amorim has done a good job in terms of establishing power as the manager, as the coach. He has done well rooting out the toxicity. You look at this team right now, there is much less toxicity compared to what we saw last year. So progress has been there. For me, I'll just tell United fans, number one, don't be swayed by the media. I keep saying the media has a way of tuning our minds. Like towards something. For example, Casey, you remember after the West Ham game, we didn't discuss about West Ham. We were discussing about Kobe Mainu not playing.
Yes.
It wasn't about
Yes.
West Ham. It was now about Kobe Mainu.
Yes.
Instead of concentrating on that result, they are concentrating. And the whole week it was like that. What happened to guys online? Everyone was talking about Kobe Mainu. If the media didn't talk about Kobe Mainu, it wouldn't have been a discussion. Now, Kobe Mainu played. United won. What's the narrative now?
Ordinary Wolves.
Ordinary Wolves. They are expected to beat Wolves.
They are expected to.
You know? So, as much as you read those comments, as much as those narratives tap to your emotion, because these guys study. They go to universities to study how to tap into an emotion.
Yes. And it's their job.
Yeah, it's their
They need to
job. And
drive traffic. They
yeah,
need to make, and this is the biggest fan base in the world. So they need
yeah,
to, if they need to drive traffic, they need to make money. And talking
yeah. For
about the
it.
media,
Mhm.
the media frenzy. Snake Eyes dropped a comment on TikTok. She said,
Mm,
what do you think about Amorim substituting defender for defender? Let me tell you something, eh? The only reason you are talking about is because you heard it on the news somewhere that you shouldn't
exactly.
substitute the defender
Exactly.
for defender. On a
Yeah.
normal, you wouldn't
Mm,
have known that, you wouldn't have complained that he's substituting a defender for a defender. It's
yeah.
because the media told you that he shouldn't be substituting a defender for a defender. Now
And it's
they
also
won't say it in our last match because we won.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
substituted a defender for a
Amorim
defender.
has been yeah, Amorim has been substituting defenders since last year. This discussion came after the Everton loss. Let's be honest, Casey. Before the Everton
Yes.
loss, no one was talking about defender for defender. Now everyone is looking at other coaches and saying, look, they want to win. They are bringing on an attacker. Now, Casey, time is gone, but do you give me a minute to explain why Amorim brings on a defender?
Yes. Yes.
So the reason as to why Amorim brings on a defender is because in this system, the defenders work harder than any other system. Remember, I said the CCB, the center back, moves into midfield to provide support for the midfielders. The other two defenders, because wing backs are forward attacking, they usually cover a lot of ground, a lot of space to delay attack or to tackle. So the defenders are working harder in this system compared to a back four or a back five. That's the only reason why Amorim substitutes defenders. And the downside to it is our team is not yet mature enough to realize that when you come on as a sub, your performances should be better than the one who was playing. So that's the reason why Amorim always substitutes a defender. It's because the intensity that these defenders have in this game, and in the Bournemouth game, Snake Eyes, I want you to look at the amount of ground the defenders cover. It's not usual. It's not common. It's one of the things that, let me say, a weakness in Amorim's system. If you compare to Glasner's system, Glasner has a way of covering that space with midfielders. So that's why you see Glasner, most of the substitutions he does are midfield. He's in
Yeah.
midfield. Yeah. Because the midfielders now in that system work harder. Araola, the same. The defense is static, more or less stationary. So the midfielders are the workhorses in that system. But in Amorim's system, you'll find that the midfielders and the defenders work harder than even the attackers. Yeah. So Casey, let's read a couple of comments and then we end the show. The United, let me start from here. I think we had read that. We lost 8 players over the summer. Then United fans keep complaining that the coach is bringing in defenders. I think we've seen 12 out of 25 players or 27 players. Basically, half of the team are defenders. Then I think we had read that one. That game will surely come as a shock, and I'm expecting some twists from the coach. I think he's referring to the Bournemouth game.
One more game.
Yeah, and then finally, we have been telling them also they should lower their expectations or else they'll break down mentally before the season ends. But they keep channeling their anger to us. The amount of abuse Casey and I have received online, especially me. Casey, you remember that analysis I did about the Everton game and where the ball should be passed? And you remember I even drew boxes. You remember
Yes,
that
yes, yes,
analysis?
yes.
How did who scored that good? Is it Dalo or who scored the chip, the Bruno chip? That tells you I'm tired. Who scored that goal? The one Bruno gave a good pass.
Mount.
Mount, yes. That goal Mount scored, is it not what I was saying in that analysis? Casey, it's literally the same thing I said. Keep shifting numbers. take the ball to one side, cross to the other side inside the box. There is always a man free. So anyway, Casey, we can talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yes, we can say talk. But the bottom line is that this team is progressing, this team is building. We can see glimpse of positivity and what the future holds. But like you said, we need to support the manager, need to support the players, and the fans needs to be calm and expect.
Yeah.
Don't just expect that you will win all the time, because this is a phase that we need all hands on deck to be able to go through together. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the chat, was crazy. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere was crazy. And from UKG and myself, we'll see you guys next time. So join us on Monday, watch along, and I will see you on the next.
Okay, Casey, see ya, man. And make sure you get some sleep.
All right.
Okay, see ya, guys.